Hey there, what's up guys? So today I'm bringing you another Garen video, and I'm going to teach you guys how to play into the because that's what they picked. I'm going to be going over fundamentals along with how to understand the matchup. Um, It'll be extremely useful. Alrighty. Gonna invade. Third. Paying attention to my jungle today. Now, low elo Sion matchup should be just about pretty easy for you. Most Scions don't know how to play their champion exactly. However, I'm playing in Diamond right now, and the Scion matchup can get closer to a 50-50. I'm going to attempt to win this lane. However, sometimes it can get difficult. A lot of them know their positioning. However, I should be okay to do this. Hit on land and auto. I have some decent poke with that. Don't let him auto, he has grasp. Grasp is still up. Goddamn, grasp lasts forever. Now we don't want to push like too insanely high, so I'm going to cancel my spin there. I'm just poking him, he's wasting pots, like that's okay. One thing to keep in mind here is that you can silence that. I was just going to mention how you can silence that shit. You can always silence his Q, which is why the matchup usually is in Garen's favor. That is insanely bad. My Graves is looking for a kill. I need to hit level 3 right now so I can look for a roam. That should be a kill. It should be alright. I don't have to worry about roaming here. I figured that the fight was going to happen further up in jungle, but he positioned himself so perfectly I don't even have to worry about that. Now look at the wave state here. He's extremely low HP. However, the wave is pushing directly at me. So what I can do is I can just simply let it push. And as I let it push, he will lose more farm. I'll have the opportunity to gain more. Now what I want to go for is I want to keep hitting that. Keep my HP high. We don't want to E right now on him, because my Grave is looking for a jungle gank. But so is their Talia, so we just play smart, play back. What you'd want to do here is either solo push, but my Grave's just gonna kill. I play for this this freeze, 100%. Oh no. That can be quite bad if he gets hit by anything. He's out. Oh, he wants to go back in, however. I can get hit with Q if I'm not careful. And now I go back to lane. I go right back to lane if I can. However, they're fighting again. That was a weird amount of CC. Quite suspicious. However, he should be dead, right? No! Dude, this is disgusting. I'm getting... Okay. Out of any outcome, this is the worst for me. Actually, it's not super terrible. Never mind. My Grave gets a double kill. Is insanely ahead in farm. Only problem is I lost my insane advantage. I was about to gain top lane, so that whole thing was an investment in Graves. But I can't get cocky about my damage here, or else I risk feeding the Sion. So he just bought double rubies, and he just wasted Q. He was trying to Q me from that bush. That's why you need a position further back, especially against champions with longer range abilities like that. He has no teleport, Him backing off would be extremely bad because I'm going to slow push back into him, which means minions will die at a decent rate for me. You don't want to miss your farm. If you see him go to a bush, he's likely going to Q you. He's going to Q this. He's looking for decent positioning for himself. He could easily EQ. That would leave him stationary though, so he's probably not. You just want to stick to the farm. Alright. Here's what we remember here. I'm fairly certain we're ahead in XP right now. Never mind, we are not. We are not at all ahead in XP. So our new play is to just let him push into us because we have no chance of killing him without Ignite ult. And a decent amount of HP. I don't think it's even worth all in him when I hit 6. I think I want to feign a freeze here actually. Hit 6 off of it. Try and deal some damage. And if I can get a real freeze off, make him think he can run it in. Try and pull. He missed his abilities. We back off. We back way off. We do not want him landing a Q. He used his main damage ability. We E all the way. Should be dead. And he's alive. That's a risk you definitely run. Alright, so we've got another wave coming. It's coming kind of slow. We're gonna wait for it to get here. To use our E. E the wave. Sion's goal right now is to get a decent ult onto me. Or freeze. He's not going to be able to do that. We're going to run on back to lane. He's got more regen. He bought armor. He's got Bomb Cinder. Our chances of killing him have decreased severely. It's extremely unfortunate that I wasn't able to kill him. I knew he was going to W, but I figured I'd still have the damage. He survived at 1 HP though. He's going to slow push into me, and Graves is likely not going to get these Krugs. He's got all of his camps up, so I'm just going to take this. By the time I get done with these Krugs, that wave should be fairly pushed. And since I can't really fight Sion anyways, this is the most worthwhile take I can do right now. I only miss a couple more minions because of that, but in total I gained gold. He wants to maybe hit a plate, but if I do another pull, he likes to miss those. He likes to miss those too. You don't normally want to do what I just did, where you burn the whole wave. But mainly keeping Sion off my turret and slowing the rate of his backs is okay. We're gonna land every piece of farm here. He could definitely be in that bush, so we posture outside. Walk towards our Graves. Graves is fine. If Talia comes for Graves, she doesn't stand a chance. Graves is fed as fuck. Remember, because we invested earlier. Me and him are equivalent in farm right now, which I'd rather not have. I can get tempo here, maybe. He doesn't stop my back. He sees me back though. Which means he's gonna full shove the wave, 100%. Not the best case scenario. at all, because that means he can also get play. However, as long as Ashe lives here, perfect. With huge cooldowns burned on their end. And Graves is Giga fed, so it doesn't matter. Ezreal's slowly getting back into the game. And I think my team is tilting. Best thing you can do, especially as just any player, is not tilt. Your team might be like hard losing and flaming each other, you just have to not say anything. I can definitely be a little toxic, but I only like to be toxic at the end of games. No way! No way! What is that timing, dude? This guy's intelligent enough to win. This guy is intelligent enough. That was really int of me, dude. Because not only did he get a kill, but he's getting a shit ton of plates. He's got another demolish bot. Like, don't be me. You know, I said I'm gonna coach, but goddamn, sometimes you just do not want to be me. I make dumbass mistakes all the time. Big thing is though, I understand that I made a mistake, and I also know how to do better from there. I know that with Sion being level 10, my Graves being decently fed, like I just have to play safe. Damn, look how low they are. I would love to be down there right now and just fucking ult the shit out of that Ezreal. What's so spicy down there? Okay, I know that Talia's not here, so I'm just gonna take as much as I want. I've had vision about all game that I can use, so I'm finally gonna place down some wards. Potentially a bad play that I did that. He's gonna get another plate for it. He wants to EQ. My play here is funnel as much gold as I can into myself to get two specific items. Stridebreaker, Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver means I can definitely end this guy. And now this is what top lane is all about. This right here. He didn't even use his ability. I don't want him to fight me because he's got Mythic, but I don't want to risk that fight. Not until I'm level 11, to be honest. Level 11 is such a huge spike for Garen. 150 bonus true damage plus an extra 5% missing health true damage. Something I can't slack on. We don't want to risk getting too far into a fight here. I'm dead as fuck right now. Damn it. Can't win them all. Being knocked out by Blast Cone, dude, like, I was up there for so long. If I had knocked myself up into maybe a different bush that didn't have him inside of it, I would have been able to proc my shit way sooner, and he would have not been able to hit, like, one auto. If he missed, like, one auto, I would have been out of there. Vision manipulation is always, like, one of Garen's strong suits. Like, we're behind right now, which is unfortunate. But we're not so behind that we can't get that. You gotta get out of there, bro. I need to run top right now. There is no reason for me to be farming Krugs in that situation when Sion's splitting bot and everyone's grouped mid. I can deny farm here. Deny farm and maybe gain tower gold. He's really going for this whole building armor thing. We want to be careful. Make sure they're not grabbing that. With their lead top side, they could definitely give it a try.
Fear not, I'm coming.
We know Sion has no TP, however he has R. This is third dragon. Me staying top doesn't matter right now. I need to head straight for dragon right now. That's this guy's plan as well, I'm sure. Need to build a Black Cleaver immediately. That is insanely unfortunate, especially before the dragon spawn. We could have been grouped. I don't know what the reasoning for that was. He can bait here for sure. Here comes a Sion. We have to be really careful. Dude, the CC is actually just too much. I don't know if you guys have the damage for that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I can definitely see it, like, what's going wrong here. We have to play more to our strength to the team. I can either group or farm. I think he's gonna go for camps, so if I take the right vision route here, which is a cutoff route, Dude. Dude. It's so gross, too. Look at that region! I need to just head back top. Oh, Jin died there.
I stand ready.
Now Sion's actually, unfortunately, getting ahead. He's got movement speed to counter them. He's got TP, so he's got an advantage. And I just missed cannon.
Must never waver.
Best thing I can do, not tilt. Not tilt at all. He's got R. We're taking constant fights, dude. Like, why can't we just play safe?
Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Our deeds take the future.
What Talia does here is ults to cut me off if I'm not careful. Lily can't kill Sion. Maria's itemization for her. Getting it, morons.
In the king's name.
Alright.
Forge onward.
I have to hit 16 before I can truly battle this Sion. Thing is, so much HP. Like, I needed particular items to be able to beat him. And I need the extra 2 damage to beat him. We're taking it really early, and it's starting to get a little old that we do it.
An ally has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
I can either take the B here to come help or not, but I think I'm going to come help, because if I don't, then we lose lead. That'll be ass. Unfortunate. I think I can still kill Yone here. I'm pretty sure I watched his shit pop. We get the fuck out. It's our dragon, bro. I am just too good for you. Sorry, bro. Oh, oh no! I can't say that and die right after. Oh, it's starting to track health carved. I don't think it ever did that. That's a new stat tracker. That's cool. I've actually wanted that for a while to tell how effective it was being. And in just one long ass fight, we actually did a decent amount of carve. And we weren't even really fighting the Sion, so that's cool. I head bot side now. I grab control ward. I'm not warding enough, by the way. When you see this many wards held, like, you just don't have that.
An enemy has been slain.
Dude, it's crazy. He actually, even though I built the correct items, he is not taking damage, dude. He is not taking any damage.
For Demacia.
That's crazy.
Killing.
We want to be careful. We don't want to let him TP. I don't think he is going to TP though. He's looking for an ult.
Rampage.
I warned my team that a Sion ult could be heading its way. On bot side, and they just absolutely fucking wiped them. You're goddamn right. I'm just gonna split here.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And look, whenever I explained earlier what our... Oh god. Something bad could be happening there. We lose Baron pressure, we just have to give it up. Just give it up, get up, get up, get up. Give it up. Worth. Worth. Huge worth.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Mega worth, dude. I don't even care. Always dirty jungle. That's what this is calling. Or this is what this is called. It's called dirty farming, actually. You want to take as many camps as possible. Notice how earlier the Sion had like a 40 CS gap? Because he grouped so often. He's kind of fucked over his team. That's
An ally
unfortunate.
has been slain.
Yone kind of continually getting ahead. I think the anti-heal here is what I want. We get extra movement speed, 7% move speed from Zeal. Which is going to be pretty big when it comes down to it. I'm going to dirt farm my jungler's camp here. Junglers rarely farm at this stage in the game. Unfortunately, I don't even think it's enough yet. Yeah. I still need levels. And he burns max HP, so there's really not quite enough I can do. This is a bad spot for me, by the way. Drag spawning soon. We just play a little bit further back. I can react better to a dive. Additionally, right now, my minigame is protect the Fed Jhin. That's what minigame we're playing. I do that, we'll stay safe. He does not catch. I need to watch my Jhin here. Check his positioning. That is mega huge. I have the opportunity to finish this guy off, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now that he's out of the way, I can go back to protecting my team. Unfortunate. My team wasn't quite in the area to help me there. In the end, however, we got the dragon. Can we Baron? We've got... We made a really good play there. Simply sitting in this bush, like, playing around with their aggro, confusing them. Forcing the Sion to die first, like, is very valuable simply because they have no frontline anymore. No one to walk in the squishies. Alright, now you all leave. And they waste extremely valuable things. I need to go help my Jhin. We don't want to exactly fight this guy. Luckily, I have a lot of resistance. Oh my fucking god! Garen, bro. Garen Mossy. Quick notes from this game, like, we focused on the scaling aspect of this build. Like, I told you guys exactly the items I needed. I needed Strike Breaker and Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver absolutely destroying the enemy's team comp. I told my team as well what our win con was. I might be dead. What? I'm out of range for that, bro. I should have. What I should have done is just stood here. I'm equivalent in farm to this Sion. Usually, I'd like to get around 9 to 10 CS a minute, but I've died so many times this game that that's sort of not been possible. I don't think I can beat Sion, especially with Death's Dance on him. And since they have 3 AP, I also don't want to risk going another item like Death's Dance. I kind of don't want another armor item here, because I just don't want to risk them somehow getting insanely fed. Especially when I'm the main frontline against a full tank Sion. I just want to get tanky as well. God damn, bro, what kind of cooldown? That's insane. I actually run topside here. I'm splitting opposite Yone. We just have to be really careful not to die before I can get my split off. If you're ever on Garen and you see your team getting in fights, you just have to ping them off until you can get someone to come answer your split. We wait for my split, guys. We wait for the split. We're throwing by doing that. 100% throw. The Xerath doesn't realize it, unfortunately, but it's okay. Now I kind of wish I went Hullbreaker because this guy's last item was actually Hullbreaker. I should have thought of that, but it's okay. I'm just gonna catch his back whip because I don't think he has the move speed to actually stop me from doing this. He can do all he wants with that. I will just run away. See if I can help my Jhin here. I didn't realize Jhin was getting that fucked. Get movement speed out of that. We focus the track here. We get the group going. It'll be free. I do not want to risk this guy's life whatsoever. We do not want to risk his life. We do not want to risk his life. I silenced him for that reason. Come on, there we go, baby. Oh no, that's not enough though. That's not enough. At least we get the dragon. That should maybe be enough to take them out. I'm going to end up selling my boots later on anyways, but I'm just going to exchange it for Hullbreaker to counter the Sion. In all reality, this should be GG. There we go. Alright, well that is how you place Garen into an ungodly fed. Ungodly Sion. Usually that shouldn't happen. better. In the end, though, we have about 5k more gold. Not 5k, 4k ish, almost 3.5k more gold than the Sion. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Considering every play I made that game was specifically targeting countering the enemy team. What was wrong with the enemy team? We know their win con is Chase. Their Sion R, Talia R, Yone ER, Ezreal E's like crazy. They have an insane amount of shielding. Now, one counter item I didn't build, but potentially should have, is Serpent's Fang. Serpent's Fang is always an item you need to consider on Garen, especially into heavy shield comps. Yone has a shield, Sion has a shield, and Lux can shield her entire team. I didn't really factor that into my build, but I think it still worked out in my favor a fair amount. Serpent's Fang might have been extremely good, but it would have also made me really squishy. And with my squishy ass team, maybe it was better that I focused on becoming a tank. Having that extra move speed from Mortal Reminder also helped me escape certain situations. So I'd say fairly Serpent's Fang could do well here instead of Mortal Reminder. Especially since they don't have a shit ton of regen. Sion gets regen, and then Yone is going to get a lot of regen. They don't have like an overtly insane amount. Ashe popped off that game. I didn't even realize how much damage they actually did with this build. It was disgusting. They had R's up like every 20 seconds, which is insane. That should not be allowed. That should be actually illegal. Any other notes about the game? I made some risky plays when I shouldn't have. A good rule of thumb for a lot of champions, especially champions like Sion, which have Q stun and ult stun, you do not want to tower dive them unless you're 100% sure that you can get the kill. Especially on Garen, you have to be focusing on how much exact damage can you do with your ultimate, and can you survive a tower dive with your W. So me taking one of those, I know I took one bad dive against a Sion, and then so he predicted my flash, and instantly as I flash, he ulted and stunned me under turret, which cucked my ult timing. Him fucking over my ult timing won him that fight. I was sort of underestimating him because it's Sion and I know the matchup decently well. So that gave him a very strong advantage. I had a lot of weird deaths. Some of the deaths though had value, like the early on death where we were all in topside blue jungle and we were just fighting Talia, Yone, and Sion topside. Me dying there lured them into a false sense of confidence, allowing them to think that they could walk forward into the Graves and the Ashe. Luckily, they were low enough already that taking that play was extremely bad for them and gave Graves some free kills. So you can find value in these plays. Oh god, the Baron play that we made, holy shit. That first time we went to Baron and my team almost died trying to fight for like the 5k HP Baron. Like, oh, that was honestly, like, it was beautiful that they pretty much all got out, I believe. They all escaped. The enemy team didn't grab Baron because I was hard splitting bot side. I got 2 turrets out of it, a shit ton of farm. That put me way, way ahead. And my team just sort of understanding, like, oh, we back off, it's worth. You can make a lot of trades like that. throughout the games, and as you keep playing more and more, you'll understand like, oh, I can trade this for this, or and sometimes your team won't understand it, so pinging it or typing it out really helps. When I typed to my team, our win con is grouping and their win con is chasing, so please group. They listened. They listened. And you don't be an asshole about it. Like, you notice I didn't ping my team. I don't think I pinged my team once, besides, me pinging how quickly the Ashes R was coming up, which is like 20 seconds per ult, which is insane. I don't ping my team. I don't flame my team. I'm just telling my team what we need to do to win. Do not be afraid to tell your team the win con if you know the win con. If you don't know the win con, you're just gonna seem like an idiot. But like, if you analyze every single champion's strengths, Grave has a shit ton of lockdown and sustain. He's actually really good in a team fight because he lives for so damn long and he's so slippery. Ashe needs to be protected, Jhin needs to be protected, and Xerath need to be protected. Me going tank and getting Black Cleaver to counter the Sion, like, that was extremely huge. Without that, we wouldn't have served much a chance. So the Yone was really fed early on, and he was getting like insta kills, like back to back. The way we shut him down was we stopped taking those dumb fights. If you remember, I was getting like extremely pissed off at my team for taking consistently stupid fights. They eventually quit it. They eventually just they stopped, and then we only took intelligent fights that we were grouping for, and they were so often just 4 objectives, and that helped us win the game. So as a whole, my team played really well towards the end. Early game was like good, and then it got rocky, and then we got back into it after mid game had finished, and we just took off. So my biggest notes for the game is keep in mind who you are as Garen. Your identity is extremely important. Early game, especially with this face rush build, you don't have Conk anymore. You have to play around gathering Storm and scaling. So you focus on your scale, you get into late game with your items that you're thinking very, very smartly about. You're thinking about what the enemy team can do, and you're building your items around that. So many people go the same build every single game. You need to swap it up. There's the recommended tab now in the shop. That thing is actually pretty helpful. It'll show you just about every potential item that you can get. Not all of them are good for Garen, but keeping in mind what items you can build. There are a lot of really underrated items too, like Anathema's Chains. When the entire enemy team is behind, besides the enemy Samira that's 19-7, you just go ahead and pick up a good old Anathema's Chains, you plop that on her, and you try and take over the game from there. Yeah. You have a lot of strength. You have a lot of power as Garen. So keep playing consistently, keep learning the matchups, and keep thinking about everything you're doing, and you'll climb easy peasy. But yeah, that's my long, like, after post-game rant about just Garen and shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I definitely will be doing more of these games where I talk about gameplay and how to understand Garen in the future. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.